Yes! Alright, we won the match! Oh, we worked so hard for that! Hello everyone, welcome back from Top of the Wall. Today I have a deck that was requested by Pete, one of my subscribers. Thank you, Pete, for requesting another deck. I always enjoy just making these kind of tribal decks. As you would expect for a tribal deck in Pauper, we don't have access to any of the lords of any of the tribes. However, we do have access to a lot of the creatures that you might want to work with the lords and get pumped up by the lords. These creatures are what we're more so building around. For starters, we have Tide Hollow Strix, Flying Death Touch for 2/1. It's a good body in the air to attack, and if it blocks, it will definitely end up trading with something. So it can get us the 2-for-1 and maybe a little bit of damage. But there's also some other synergies with it, which are amazing, which is where Trinket Mage comes in. Trinket Mage can get us the Viridian Longbow, a 1-of in our deck, and then we can equip the Viridian Longbow to the Tide Hollow Strix, giving us a poison arrow strategy. So we can pick off our opponent's creatures one at a time, get them off the board, just get a ton of card advantage that way. Otherwise, Trinket Mage is a very good utility card for us, because we do have 4 different artifacts that it can tutor up. We have the Witching Well, which is a good way to catch us up or get ahead when we're at parity by scrying for us and drawing us 2 cards. Viridian Longbows for that poison arrow strategy. Flare Husk can get us a blocker when we're behind in the Stompy matchups, where we can play Trinket Mage and then get a Flare Husk. It leaves behind the equipment, but it gives us a blocker in the meantime, so we get 2 blockers for 1 card. The Darksteel Axe is a hard-to-remove equipment that we can equip to any of our birds and make them bigger in the air and start to finish off our opponent when we're ahead. Now, with all the equipment, you would want probably just a nice flying hexproof creature to really take advantage of all of this equipment and have that nice body. Sultai Scavenger is kind of like a Gurmag Angler, but it's a little bit smaller, and the trade-off is that it has flying instead of that larger body. Our Squadron Hawks are one of the great ways that we get card advantage. Just a 1/1 for 2, but when it enters the battlefield, we can find the other 3 Squadron Hawks, and then using Brainstorm, we can actually shuffle away two of the Squadron Hawks using Brainstorm and one of our fetch lands, and then we can end up putting those away, but we'll still have access to them because we'll have 1 more Squadron Hawk in hand, finding the other 2. So we still have access to them, but we get 3 new cards. So in this way, we get an Ancestral Recall, which is one of the most powerful things that you can do in Magic. Aside from Squadron Hawk and Brainstorm, a little combo there, we also have Tragic Lesson, which, if you haven't seen Tragic Lesson yet, is a divination, but you have to discard a card unless you return a land you control to its owner's hand. So we will return a land to our hand. Which one should we return? Mystic Sanctuary. We can return the Mystic Sanctuary to hand and then replay the Mystic Sanctuary. And if it's untapped, we can return Tragic Lesson back to the top of our library for next turn's use. And then we can immediately just keep going on, playing Tragic Lesson. And at the same time, not just playing the Tragic Lesson, but also holding up amazing counterspells and deprives, which, keep in mind that deprives can also return a land to our hand, so we can also get into this nice loop of putting deprives back on top of our library to keep returning Mystic Sanctuary to our hand, to replay it, to put deprive or Tragic Lesson back on top of the library. For removal, we have the Echoing Decays and we have Warp Agony. These are some of the good ways to remove creatures, particularly the Stompy variety. Our mana base is a little bit warped to take advantage of Mystic Sanctuary, so we're more heavily invested in blue sources, and we're more so invested in these kind of crew lands, the bounce lands that will be able to return Mystic Sanctuary to our hand, so that way we can keep choosing what kind of card we want back from our graveyard to draw next turn, and get a little bit of card advantage potentially off of Tragic Lesson, and keep getting access to the best removal that we have available to us, whether that be Echoing Decay or another counter spell or a Warped Agony. The fetch lands do have the ability to get any of our colors, so remember, if you have fetch lands, you should probably have access to all of your colors, especially in a 3-color deck. We also have a Ponder that I almost forgot, which can shuffle away any of our unwanted Squadron Hawks, which we can just get back later because we still do want them. We just don't want them at that exact moment. Now for the things that we don't like. Nope. Now for the things we don't like. Oh, I have my screen on the wrong... I have my mouse on the wrong screen sometimes. Auraflux, way for us to deal with Boggles. This is probably among the best ways to keep down Boggles, because it actually forces them to have to get rid of a lot of their ramp cards and a lot of those lingering abundant growths that make Ancestral Mask and Ethereal Armor much better. And it does so over the longer course of a game, so it's very difficult for them to actually get out from underneath this, let alone try to recover. We got Cartouche of Ambition for mid-range matchups and a burn matchup. The lifelink is not to be forgotten in a matchup against burn, because gaining life, just 3 life, actually is equal to a lightning bolt, so it negates one of their lightning bolts. It forces them to draw more gas, and over the course of a long game, they're not really great at finding more gas. And we also have the Hydroblast for the mono-red matchups or the red-green stompy matchups, but a lot of times for burn and Delver matchups. And we have Dispel for the Delver matchups. We also have Echoing Truth for some of the black-blue Delver matchups. Heartpiercer Bow is great for the small creature matchups, things like elves, tokens, annoying fairies that you want to pick off, because we can end up attacking with any of our flying creatures, or really any of our creatures, and it'll simultaneously pick off one of the small blockers. Stormbound Guys can also be great in the blue-black Delver matchups, as well as the Is It Fairies matchup. Sylvok Lifestaff for some life gain, and to turn our creatures into additional ways for us to gain life. But remember, they have to die, unfortunately, for us to gain that life. Last card is Dust to Dust, 3 mana, exile 2 target artifacts. Alright everyone, we've entered a match. Oh, let's get ready. Real tough opponent already. I can already tell. They haven't mulliganed down to 5. Gonna be a tough game. Lumpercon? I respect the name, Lumpercon. I will keep this, because this is the first time that I've played this deck aside from testing, and I have no idea what my opponent's doing, so this could be good or bad. Oh. Okay, yes, I accept. I accept your faithless looting. What is... Palace Sentinels, prevent extracts. Oh, I see. You're a, Kadaltha Boros Boros Skyfisher. Great, my turn. Okay, do I want them to think that we're on fairies, or do I want them to think that we're mono black? We're mono black. Enjoy. We are mono black. Present arms. Hold on. Okay. I just want them to know. Yes! All right, we won the match. Oh, we worked so hard for that. Wow, thank you. Okay. And our opponent is Royalty. Whoa, wow, that's amazing. All right. All right, Prince, show me what you got. Let's the dice roll. Would you like to go first? You should always go first. There is kind of a turn 1 problem in Magic Gathering where your turn... Yeah, I think I can keep this. Your turn 1 is if you go first, turn 1, because you're getting to play first, you have a chance. You're just 1 turn closer, always winning the game than your opponent is. Yes, it's 6 there. Okay. Do I want counterspell up? They're playing mono black. Yes. I'm thinking, yeah, we might want to use the Mystic Sanctuary. We're not likely gonna use it anytime soon anyway. Um, okay, they're probably thinking that we're Delvers or something. Okay, that is completely fine. I accept. Right, discard. End of combat. Here's an important part. Let's go and play the bird. See what happens. There's no chance that they have Ravenous Rat, right? And if they do, don't worry, we'll kill it. Yeah, that's the important part of another Ravenous Rat, or what's the other rat called? No? Oh yeah, no, go ahead. Come on in. Come on in. I'm fine. Come on. Alright. Come on. Ah, yes. I think we should just go for the I think we should just go for it. Trinket Mage. Trinket Mage, get bow. We could get bow next turn, right? We could just get the bow next turn. Do we want to leave up the counterspell? Yeah. Let's leave up counterspell, and I'm gonna get in with the bird this. No. Let's go. Just play Trinket Mage. Main phase, Trinket Mage. Yes, I want to use Trinket Mage's ability. Of course, I want to use Trinket Mage's ability. Why would I not want to use Trinket Mage's ability? Pretty longbow, sure. Just squawk. Okay. Go ahead, opponent. You got this. Yeah. I'm okay. Eat. I consume. Oh, I see. You have the gang. They have their one of. I should have been more careful about that. Alright, so you're gonna get me for that. Okay, I have to discard 2 cards. I'm thinking counterspell. I'm thinking a squawk, maybe. I don't know the white mana right now. Yeah, that'll be fine. Come on, untap land. There we go, untap land. Hi there. Great. I would like to use this ability. I would like to kill that. Thank you. I'm gonna be super careful not to click on my own creatures. Great, we have the good death stick. We have the poison arrows. The toxic Talons are upon ye. Tendrils. Don't do that. Fine. Well, at least Mystic Sanctuaries and Mystic Sanctuary is now active for us. So it is officially an untapped land. Oh. Did they not feel the game was going well for them? Oh, maybe they just don't have a good game against poison arrows or something. Alright, fine. If you're still with me, thank you for watching. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe, all that yada yada. Coming in for that face touch.